Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the College Football Tailgate. As always, it is me, XFL Jim. I'm joined, of course, by Chase Lupine Fiasco Sessoms, a.k.a. the Wolf of Oak.
You want it? I'm going to give it to you right now.
Oh, we're going to give it to you right fucking now, folks. And at the bottom below both of us, but on top of the world, it is Erik, a.k.a. Uncle Damn Rico.
Let's fucking go!
Let's go, boys. We get Thursday football. This is week one.
We made it.
We made it. We finally made it. What a time to be alive. Talking a great slate.
Speaking of alive, how you doing there, buddy?
I'm very red. We're to the sun. It's a very warm day out. And, you know, your boy was working in fields. You should see my legs because I insist on wearing shorts all the time. So I got cut up like crazy on a bunch of plants. And I guess I got more sun than I thought. It was the day was done. I get in my truck and I like squeeze, like I squint my eyes and it like creases my head and I could feel it kind of crazy. I was like, oh, that's not going to be fun. That's not fun right now.
You look like the Cleveland Indian.
Are you accusing me of doing red face right now?
God, dude. Oh my God. Inappropriate.
Boys, it's a nice Thursday slate. There's a couple really fun matchups here for us to dissect. There's I think two, I would say, really fun games, and then a couple more interesting ones. Any takes previously from week 0 that you want to get off your chest after having time to kind of sit on them for a little bit?
I think Georgia Tech's going to be a fun team to watch this year. They might be due for something big. And also DJU is who we thought he was.
Florida State's offensive line is brutal. Florida State can't throw the ball down the field. What's his name? Williams. Two 9-yard runs right off the bat. Then they went away with them from 3 series, and they're just kind of rotating guys in. Norvell's game calling, I really didn't understand. Florida State's offensive line, for as much returning starters as they had coming back, didn't look that good. Georgia Tech marched down the field. When you look at the fourth quarter time of possession, Georgia Tech completely dominated that and it allowed them to get the win. New Mexico did New Mexico type things. Someone who had their plus 410 money line, that was a brutal way to lose that. And SMU could be one of the worst coach teams in the country.
Yeah, I think a lot of – so I listened to a lot of college football preview shows just to kind of like get in the vibe and all that. I believe at least half of the ones I listened to, at least one of the hosts were very high on SMU going in.
They were everybody's darlings, like the entire offseason. It was SMU's gonna the dark horse to win the ACC, and if they're barely squeaking by Nevada and not hitting overs, I think it's gonna be trouble.
But I heard some stat when you look at it, only 2 teams that have made, I think it was like 2 or 4 maybe, only those teams that have made the jump from the group of 4 to the Power 5 or Power 4 now, whatever you want to call it, have had a winning record. Who is it?
Is it TCU and Utah?
I think so. I think those are only 2.
I think those are like the only 2.
So, go ahead.
Jim and I talked about this. Like, it seems like it's the right time to fade these teams that are taking the step up in class, and you know, because it's just they don't fare well. We look at everything that happened in the Big 12 last year.
Yeah,
you don't need to remind me, Chase. I was still very high on BYU last year. That was my worst take, probably.
I mean, I think I looked at it wrong. As soon as it said that they're going to work the other quarterback, Jennings, in along with Stone, I looked at it like they're trying to keep Jennings happy for the NIL stuff to kind of set him up for next year and everything. But instead of saying maybe this offense just really isn't clicking with Stone, maybe there's something there. I looked at it the wrong way, and it kind of the offense until that last drive wasn't kicking at all.
You guys ready to look back and see how we did last week on our picks?
Let's get it.
Okay, so I had 1 win, 1 loss for a minus 0.1 unit. Chase putting the team on his back with 2 wins and a loss for plus 1.7. And Uncle Rico with 1 win, 2 losses for minus 0.6 units. I would also like to apologize to the people for only making 2 picks in week 0.
You
Spoiler
not
alert,
making like 15 picks.
I am proud of you, man.
Spoiler alert, I'm probably going to make up for that in week 1.
Do you have more picks for this show than you did in week 0?
Actually, yeah, I think I have 3 picks. So I have 1 more pick on this show than I did week 0. Also, I wanted to say the teaser hit. Boom.
What was the return on the return on the teaser?
What, minus 400?
Plus 300.
Okay.
All right.
Nice little 3-team teaser. Actually, no, it was a 4-team teaser. Even better than plus 300. I'm pretty sure it was like plus 450 or something like that. And guess what? The teaser is the only thing that saved me from getting that SMU Nevada over. It barely squeaked by on the teaser.
Son of a bitch.
Hey, man. I'm proud of you, dude.
Proud of you. Say, Erik, trust the process. Trust the damn process. You boys ready to get into these games for Thursday?
I am ready.
Okay, starting off, we have Western Carolina, NC State. NC State's minus 32.5, over under 61, plus 3,000 for Western Carolina. Anybody touching? Anybody going to dabble with NC State?
No.
Negative.
No part.
Yeah, neither
of
did
this.
I. North Carolina A&T, Wake Forest, a big Carolina battle going on at 6 p.m. Wake Forest is a 35-point favorite. Over under is 49.5. If it was, I might get there with North Carolina, but I'd probably not. Probably not.
Yeah.
I assume no one. Erik is probably touching this one. Erik's all over this one right here. No.
I got nothing.
New Hampshire at UCF. Central Florida is a 41.5-point favorite. Over under 63. God, college football's back with these spreads. I love it.
I got nothing.
That line's moving too. That it's moving in New Hampshire's favor because I'm seeing it at 40.5 right now.
Ooh. Lafayette, Buffalo. Buffalo minus 3.5, over under 47, plus 140 for Lafayette. Chase!
Woo!
Chase!
Yes, absolutely. Give me Buffalo to cover the 3.5 here. We talked about it. We thought Buffalo might be a little bit underrated coming into the season. I thought they were going to win a few more games, and I think it starts with a sound win over Lafayette, who I watched lose to a terrible Temple team last year. So I got plenty of faith in Buffalo to cover this 3.5 on Thursday today.
Yeah, Buffalo cannot lose this game.
Yeah, it's if they do, it's like coach firing, kind of bad.
Fordham, Bowling Green minus 17.5, 57.5 total. Anyone want to touch Fordham?
I got nothing.
Maybe if it was basketball, Erik would be all over it. Jackson State, ULM. Louisiana Monroe is 8.5-point home favorites, over under 49.5, plus 240 on the money line for Jackson State. No, I'm not touching this one.
Was it ULM Jack State? Yeah, no.
Yeah,
don't
ULM
want any
Jack
part.
State.
I don't want any part of ULM being a favorite.
Nope. Central Connecticut versus Central Michigan. We already know the outcome of the game, but we don't know the spread. The spread is 32.5 for Central Michigan, over under 51.5. Ugh. Gross.
I spy a chip shirt here. There's no chip action, but we got to fire up a chip shirt.
But
we will always root for him.
I will definitely be rooting for him. Side note: did you guys see the documentary on Netflix about the I forget
Connor
the name
Stallions?
of it. Yeah.
No, but I heard it's just a puff piece.
The Central Michigan part where they asked him about it is like really weird.
Oh yeah, doesn't he bring up a photo and be like, "This doesn't look like me"?
Yeah, I was like, that's not me.
No, look at him. He's got eyes in the face. That's not me. That's not me.
Arkansas Pine Bluff at Arkansas. The Razorbacks are 48.5-point favorites, over under of 57. Chase.
I'm playing this game, but I'm not playing it the way that everyone thinks that I'm playing it. I'm taking UAPB plus 48.5 here. First of all, you're gonna tell me that Arkansas, with a brand new quarterback, a brand new offensive line, tons of transfers, a brand new offensive coordinator, is going to hang up 7 touchdowns and we're going to pitch a shutout. I don't think so. I think UAPB covers here. It might be close. UAPB might get shut out, but I don't think that we score 7 touchdowns in this game.
What's the hope if you hang a 50 burger? Like, just we vibing for a little bit if we hang a 50 burger, even though it's Pine Bluff?
Not really.
No?
No, not really. It's Pine Bluff at the end of the day. But yeah, man, this is tied for the biggest spread of the weekend, I believe.
I think so.
It hurts me to do this about my own team, but I'm going to borrow a line from Uncle Rico here, which is, who in the hell are the Arkansas Razorbacks to walk in here and hang a 50 burger on somebody with all these brand new pieces? I don't think so. Give me UAPB.
If I get an offshore that offers it tomorrow, I might be on it with you, Chase. But for now, I'm not touching.
It moved in UAPB's favor too, because it was at 49.5. Like,
yeah, I think it was when we looked on Sunday or Monday.
Yeah, I don't want any. Yeah. Let's go Golden Lions.
Duquesne, Toledo. Toledo is a 27.5-point favorite, over under 51.5, plus 2,000 for Duquesne. Oh, you could talk me into Toledo here. You could talk me into them. I'm not betting it, but you could talk me into Toledo, so maybe holler at me tomorrow and I might be on the Rockets.
But I mean, they're bringing in a new quarterback. They've lost a lot. I mean, I think Toledo could be in for a little bit of a down year.
You could talk me into it. I'm not doing it, but I could be swayed.
You could be swayed into it?
Yeah. North Dakota State at Colorado. The Buffs are 9.5-point favorites, over under 60.5, plus 260 on the money line for North Dakota State. I got 2 plays in this game, both props for the quarterback for North Dakota State, Cam Miller. I'm going to take Cam Miller over 177.5 passing yards, and I'm going to take over 1.5 passing touchdowns at plus 170. He's not the best quarterback, not just in the FCS, he's not even the best quarterback in the Dakotas, but I don't think that matters. I think the offense will do enough against this. I'm not a believer in Colorado's defense. I'm not a believer, and I won't be. And I don't think this game will change my mind on that at all. And I think he's going to have a nice showing here.
I think this total tells you all you want to know about Colorado's defense. The fact that they're playing an FCS school and it's a 60-point total.
I believe in the Colorado offense, though, and I would have taken their team total if it wasn't minus 130 on the site that I use. Anyone else touching this game? What's the number? Is there a number that you could take North Dakota State at?
No.
2 touchdowns, probably.
I want nothing to do with Colorado football all year. That's my goal going in, not to bet a Colorado game.
I believe you.
With so much turnover, did they have like 44 new players, something like that?
It's like the entire offensive line. It's a lot of turnover, a lot of transfers.
I think you should watch a couple Colorado games first to get your bearings if you are going to play any Colorado games.
I'm diving in on the props. I was almost there. I almost hit the trigger.
That's fair. I mean, they played in a bunch of shootouts last year.
Yeah, I almost wanted to go on the over.
Yeah, and you know that basically they're not going to throw the ball at Travis Hunter. It'll be the strategy, I think.
Also at 7, North Carolina at Minnesota. North Carolina is a 2-point road favorite at Minnesota. Over under is 50.5 plus 105 on the money line. Chase has something in this one. I got something in this one. Erik, do you have anything in this one?
I wanted to get there, but I couldn't, so I have nothing.
Go ahead, Chase.
Give me the home dog. Give me Minnesota plus 105 on the money line. No muss, no fuss, no fucking with points. I think Minnesota at home gets the job done. We've seen them we've seen them play tough home openers. They played a tough home opener last year against Nebraska. I think North Carolina is going to be greatly diminished with no Drake May. They've got 2 quarterbacks. They still haven't really even announced who their starting quarterback is. If you have 2 quarterbacks, do you really have one? We'll find out. But I think that Minnesota gets the job done and gets the W at home to open the season.
I think Minnesota's O-line play has improved from last year, and I think that gets them the win here. I'm also on the money line at plus 105. Also, a nice little case of wrong team favored for me. Minnesota at home, I think, is a better team than North Carolina.
It's important to note, though, when this game opened up, it was Minnesota -3.
Yeah, I don't care. Exactly. Wrong team favored. That's all I'm going to say. Erik, what would it taken for you to get here?
Probably a 3.5.
Respect it. Also at 7. Coastal Carolina at Jacksonville State. Jayville State is a 3-point home favorite over under 54.5, plus 130 on the money line. I got nothing in this one. I could be swayed. I
took Jacksonville State. I got it at -2.5. I do know there's 2 books out there that still have the 2.5 at the time we're recording this. My thought process is this: Vaskelli is actually going to be the starting quarterback, not Noah Kim, the transfer from Michigan State. I think Vaskelli is awful. I think he is going to struggle against this Jacksonville State defense. All of us, for all this time we've been doing this, one thing we've constantly agreed on is Tim Beck is awful. And I feel all of Caldwell's guys are gone. And this is actually a Tim Beck team right now. So what does that mean? A huge drop in talent level. Coastal Carolina struggled stopping the run last season. They allowed 4.7 yards per carry. And they lost Mason on a defensive line who is all conference, along with 3 other players. They're going against a Jacksonville State team. As much as everyone wants to say Rich Rod likes to throw the ball, he's a running-based team. They're one of the best rushing teams in the country last year. They averaged 5.7 yards per carry. Webb, their All-American tackle, is back. They have 2 other starters back along with him. I think this line is going to be able to win the point attack against Coastal Carolina. I think they're going to be able to control the clock. I think Jacksonville State has a huge coaching advantage. Honestly, this game wouldn't surprise me if Jacksonville State wins by 14 plus. I'll take the -2.5.
Beautiful.
Jim, I can't stop staring at your face, and you're going to have a killer Oakley tan.
I'm also very sweaty right now because they were doing electrical work at the house, so the power has been out most of the day.
Yeah.
So it's like 80-some degrees in the house, too.
Yeah, I'm surprised that you can get moisture out of your head at this point.
Hey, I even went to the sauna because I didn't realize how bad it was.
Oh, my God.
Dude, you went to the sauna? Time out.
Yeah, I went to the sauna. You got a problem with me going to the sauna?
You go to the sauna after work?
Yeah, I go sometimes. Like if I can't, I usually try and work out and get like a lift in or something. But if I can't do that, I at least go to the pool. And then when I go to the pool, I go to the sauna.
Were people just staring at you at the pool today?
Probably. I didn't realize I was this red. Probably.
Am I going to see a TikTok of you? Extremely sunburnt man at pool?
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
There's a shot.
With a mullet. It will just have a caption that says, "This guy fucks."
Chase, were you doing anything for Coastal Carolina, Jayville State?
You know, it's pure omission that I didn't play this game here. I think the reason I'm not playing it right now is at -2.5. I got it in my book juiced all the way down to -120. That's not really a price I'm interested in paying, even though I do think that's a winning bet.
I respect it. Murray State, Missouri. Missouri is a 46-point home favorite here, over under 57.5. Can you get there with Missouri?
I got nothing, dude. I got nothing.
Erik being afraid to lay these big spreads, especially early on in the season, honestly disgusts me. Live
Dude,
a little.
Well, back in the day when, what's his name? The dirt ball was at BYU. I was all about BYU first half minus the points and first half over. Same thing with Chip Kelly during the Oregon days. Those days are long gone for me. Now
What
it's
about
just,
Ohio State? You gonna get there with Chip Kelly at Ohio State when they open up as like a 70-point favorite?
no.
By the way, that's who Arkansas is tied with for the biggest spread of the weekend. Is
That's
Ohio
amazing.
State.
Did you
Them
see
and
that?
Ohio State.
Ohio State has $20 million in NIL.
Yeah.
I mean, what the hell?
Lindenwood versus Kansas. Kansas 45.5-point favorites. Over under 58.5. I wanted to take Lindenwood just for the stadium angle, but I couldn't get there.
Yeah, can't get there with this game at all.
Southeastern Louisiana, Tulane. Tulane is a 27.5-point favorite. Over under 53.5 plus 1,700. Maybe. Probably not though. New Tulane, probably not though. Alcorn, UAB, University of Alabama, Birmingham is a 24.5-point favorite versus Alcorn. Over under 55.5 plus 1,700 on the money line. You gonna get there with the DILF? Are we gonna get our DILF on?
Fuck no, dude. Fuck no.
Oh, are you gonna take Alcorn?
No, I'm taking. No, I'm still grinding out Jacksonville State at this time.
You're taking the bus out of Birmingham. Northwestern State versus Tulsa. The Golden Hurricane of Tulsa are 31.5-point favorites. The over under 54.5. Get me away from this game.
Absolutely get me away from this game.
Eastern Illinois versus Illinois. The Illini are 28-point home favorites. Over under 45 plus 3,000 on the money line for Eastern Illinois.
Right now, I could get Illinois minus 28.5 at plus 100 at even money. Which, by the way, is what I got Buffalo at.
Oh,
for minus 3.5.
I have nothing in this game, but I might have something later. Southern Utah versus Utah. Utah is a 38-point home favorite at 8 p.m. Thursday night. Over under 53.5. No.
I got nothing.
I could be swayed onto Utah for them wanting to get like Cam Rising fully back in and like get a full game under his belt, but I'm nothing right now.
Perhaps.
And then the last game of the night, 9 p.m. Sacramento State, San Jose State. San Jose State is a 3-point home favorite. Over under 60.5 plus 136 on the money line for Sac State. Chase, are you going back to the well?
I'm going back to the well. Give me Sac State on the money line plus 145 here. This is a good FCS program, and they're not, afraid to walk in to play even a Power 5 school and get the win on the road. So I really like the Sac State team. I feel like San Jose State lost a whole lot. Definitely give me the money line here. I got it plus 145. I think they get the job done.
You touching this one at all, Erik?
No, man, I'm boring today, buddy.
Hey, I only had 3 plays. I only played in 2 games. I'm pretty boring too. We have any round robins or parlays, boys?
I actually got none.
I've got one.
It's a tough slate. It's a really tough slate to make something out of. Either you have to take either you have to be that dude with a Lindenwood plus 46.5 ticket or a UAPB plus 48.5 ticket in your pocket, or you just sit it out and sit on your hands. So I'll put my nuts on the table. Give me Minnesota and North Dakota State both money line parlay plus 717.
I think if you were going to do a round robin, I think you do North Dakota State, Sacramento State, Minnesota, and then Jacksonville State laying the number.
I think that's a good one.
I like that. I like that a lot, Uncle Rico.
And then I do have one more thing for the people. A nice little 3-team teaser.
Oh, come on, buddy. You're better than me.
No, I'm not. I'm really not. I'm going to tease Minnesota to +8.5.
Ugh,
Cake.
gross.
I'm going to tease North Dakota State up to +15.5. And I'm going to
Gross.
tease the Illinois Fighting Illini down from 28 to 22 over the key number of 24. So it's good. That's a good tease. Plus
That's
180.
That's what's gonna fuck you.
The Illinois
Vince,
one.
you're gonna get birded.
I'm gonna get birded
so hard.
I'm gonna get birded.
Why would you subject yourself to a burdening in your teaser?
Oh, because sometimes, Chase, you gotta get dirty and just sloppy.
Ugh.
Yeah,
Ugh.
you gotta get down in the mud with the big pig man. I gotta get down and dirty in the mud. Boys, that's Thursday. It's a great slate. Good day of college football. Will we be back Friday? I think at least one of us. Well, we should be back Friday.
I'll be here.
We'll be here Friday. At least some of us. We'll figure. There will at least be one member here Friday, and we will also be here Saturday. For me and Chase have been calling it the Big Show.
The Big Show.
College football tailgate, big show to give you the entire breakdown of the slate. Thank you all for watching. Give him a follow at eTop21 Sports. Give him a follow at Of Oaklawn. Give me a follow at XFL Jim. Any parting words, boys?
Let's go,
No.
Golden Lions.
Cool.